The sun was rising over the wide amber plains, painting the sky with soft pink and gold. Every morning, as the light spread across the land, all the animals woke up and began their day. Gazelles leaped across the grass, giraffes stretched their long necks toward the leaves, and elephants trumpeted a warm greeting to the world. But among all the creatures, there was one everyone admired, the great lion named Arion. Arion was powerful and majestic. His mane flowed like a crown of golden fire, and his roar echoed across mountains and valleys. Animals believed nothing in the world could challenge him. Arion also believed that. He thought strength was everything. He thought courage came only from muscles, claws, and a loud roar. He thought small creatures were useless. And somewhere beneath a thick bush, in a tiny burrow no bigger than a coconut shell, lived a small mouse named Mira. She was cheerful, bright-eyed, and always curious. She loved helping other animals, even if nobody noticed her efforts. When a beetle fell into a hole, Mira would pull it out. When a bird dropped a seed, she returned it. When ants lost their way, she guided them home. But despite her kindness, other animals rarely respected her. "You're too tiny," the monkeys teased. "You're too weak," the parrots giggled. "Please stay safe," the zebras said softly. "You can't protect yourself." Mira would smile and reply, "Maybe I am small, but that does not mean I cannot do something great." She believed every creature, big or small, had a purpose. One warm afternoon, the amber plains glowed like fire under the sun. Mira wandered out looking for food. The grass was taller than she was, but she darted through it with joy. As she ran, she didn't notice the ground trembling under her tiny paws. Thump, thump, thump. She stopped. A huge shadow fell over her. She slowly lifted her head and stood face to face with Arion, the king of all beasts. His golden eyes stared down at her. His huge paws made the earth crack. His mane shook in the breeze like dancing flames. Mira squeaked in fear and tried to run, but she slipped and rolled right onto Arion's front paw. The lion froze, surprised. The mouse froze, terrified. Arion lowered his head and growled softly, "Who dares touch my paw?" Mira trembled so much that her whiskers shook. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I didn't mean to. Please don't eat me." Arion chuckled, a deep rumbling sound that shook the grass. "Eat you," he said. "You're too small to even fill my tooth." Animals nearby laughed, but Mira lifted her tiny chin bravely. "Your Majesty," she said softly, "one day I may be able to help you, so please let me go." Arion blinked in surprise, then burst into laughter. "You help me? What can a tiny mouse do for a mighty lion?" "I don't know yet, but I believe every creature, big or small, has a purpose." Arion stared at her for a moment. Something about her courage touched him. At last, he lifted his paw and said, "Very well, little one. Go. You're free. But remember this, strength rules the plains." Mira bowed politely, "And kindness rules the heart," she whispered as she ran away. Arion felt a strange warmth inside him, but quickly shook it off. Days passed. Arion hunted. He roared. He commanded respect. But sometimes he remembered the little mouse and wondered why she had spoken with such confidence. Then one morning, Arion wandered deep into a part of the forest he hadn't visited in a long time. The trees stood close together, the ground was covered in thick leaves, and everything was strangely quiet. Suddenly, whip, snap, slam. A giant net shot up into the air, wrapping tightly around him. Arion roared in shock. The hunters who once roamed the forest had left their traps behind, and Arion had stepped right into one. He twisted and pushed with all his strength. He clawed at the ropes. He bit and shook and thrashed. But the more he struggled, the tighter the net pulled. He roared loudly, "Help! Somebody help me!" Monkeys heard him, but were too scared. Antelopes heard him, but ran away. Birds heard him, but flew in fear. No one dared approach. The strongest creature in the plains was now helpless. Mira was gathering berries nearby when she heard a roar she could never forget. "That's the Lion King!" she gasped. "He needs help!" Without thinking, she ran toward the sound. Her tiny heart raced. Her paws moved fast through the grass. Her mind was focused on only one thing: helping someone in danger. When she reached the clearing, she saw Arion trapped, hanging helplessly in the air. Her heart ached. "Oh no, he's stuck. He must be so scared." Arion saw her and growled weakly, "Little mouse, run! Hunters may return. Save yourself." But Mira shook her head. "I will not leave you," she said firmly. "You spared my life once. Now let me save yours." "You cannot break this net. It is too strong." Mira stepped closer and examined the thick ropes. "They are too strong for claws, but not for small teeth." And she started gnawing. She bit, she chewed, she pulled, she worked without stopping. Arion watched her in disbelief. "You are risking your life for me," he whispered. "That's what friends do," Mira replied. Minute by minute, piece by piece, the net weakened. Sweat dripped down Arion's face. Mira's jaw hurt, but she didn't stop. Finally, snap! The first big rope broke. Then another. Then another. And with one last bite, crack! The entire net tore open, and Arion tumbled to the ground, free at last. He stood up slowly, shaking off the last bits of rope. He stared at Mira with wide eyes. "You saved me," he said in a low, emotional voice. "You, a tiny mouse, saved the mighty king." Mira smiled gently. "Everyone is important, Your Majesty, even the smallest creature." Arion lowered his head and said, "I was wrong about strength. From now on, you are under my protection. No one will mock you again." Mira blushed. News of the lion's rescue spread across the plains like a storm. A mouse saved the lion! Size does not measure courage. Tiny but mighty, that mouse has a hero's heart. Animals who once teased Mira now admired her. The monkeys apologized. The parrots greeted her respectfully. Even the zebras bowed when they saw her. But Mira never bragged. She continued helping animals quietly, just as she always had. Arion changed too. He no longer believed strength alone made a great leader. He spoke more gently. He listened more. He protected the weak and respected the small. One evening, Arion stood on a high rock and called out to the whole kingdom. All the animals gathered. The sky turned orange. The wind blew softly. Arion spoke loudly so everyone could hear. My fellow animals, today I learned a great truth. Strength is not measured by size. Courage is not measured by muscles. Greatness can live inside the smallest heart. He looked at Mira proudly. This little mouse taught me that kindness is power, and no act of goodness is ever wasted. Animals cheered loudly. Mira felt shy, but happy. She had always wanted to make a difference, and today she did. As night fell, the stars shone brightly above the amber plains. Arion and Mira sat together on a hill, watching the sky. Thank you, Arion said softly, for saving my life and teaching me humility. And thank you, Mira replied, for believing in me. The wind carried their laughter across the land. They were different in size, different in strength, different in shape, but their hearts were equal, and their friendship became one of the greatest stories ever told. Moral lessons. No one is too small to make a big difference. Every creature has value and purpose. Kindness always returns to you in ways you never expect. Never judge someone by their size or appearance. True strength comes from the heart. Helping others makes you stronger, not weaker. Courage is doing what is right, even when you are small.
Thank you for watching Generational Animation, where every story carries a lesson and every voice echoes through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, because the next tale might just change how you see the world of animals. See you in our next story.